What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, the founder of appmasters.com. This is the place every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, where you go to learn the latest and greatest in the app marketing space, because I bring on phenomenal guests to really break down the strategies to help you grow your app downloads, and more importantly, those revenues. And today I've got a phenomenal guest. He's the co-founder of Arcads, an amazing AI video generator tool, Arcads.ai. But he was an app founder, had some really great success. And I'm going to break down all that success, but we're going to break down how he was able to do that, why he decided to build Arcads, and how he used generated AI generated videos to scale his previous startup. So without further ado, let's bring in Romain Torres. Okay. I should really watch these videos right before that cut off a little bit soon. All right, write that down, Romain. Romain, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you so much. What a great intro, man. Huge fan of the show. I was, as you said, we had mobile app in the past, and I was like a huge fan of the show, binge watching it all the time.
Oh, thanks,
so super excited to be here.
I had no idea. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. Look, Romain's has scaled and sold multiple startups, including an intermittent fasting app that hit 2 million in revenue in just 9 months. He helped scale apps to 8 million using AI generated videos, avatars, and agents. And today he's going to reveal how you as an indie can do it as well. All right, Romain. Well, how do you get started? I mean, how do you go from 2 million revenue in just 9 months? Talk to me that journey. Like, where does it start from day one and then ultimately to finally hopefully being profitable, right, Romain?
Yeah. So for us, our thesis was you cannot be the best at everything. You have to really focus to grow something. And my co-founder, Dylan, and I, the way we split it, the work was super simple. To do a very good app, you need to do two things. You need to do product and distribution. So he was doing the product. He was making a great app that people loved with a community inside the app and stuff like that. He was also spending a lot of time on like product optimization, like monetization, paywall, all the stuff, the good stuff you talk about all the time. So watching your videos and learning how to optimize everything in the funnel. And I was doing the marketing. And in the same way, I wanted to be very focused when I was doing the marketing. So we actually only had one channel, and it was all through paid ad that we grew the app. And we tried to be the best at like, how do you make sure that you profitably grow the app? And as you know, if you are doing paid ads, the best way to do that is just produce more ads. And that's what I was doing all day long. At the time, there was no AI, so I had to reach out to UGC creators, and I did tons of videos to A/B test every single detail, from the hair color of the person who was talking to what she was saying in the hook. I say she because we were mainly targeting women. And yeah, that's even how I got the idea for Arcade. Super happy, yeah, super happy to talk about that as well. But that's basically the how we grew with us.
I love it. Well, Fredo can't wait and he's looking forward to this video. So for the indies out there, like, how do you get started? Is it just creating tens and 20,000, like 10 ads a day, and just to find the one that is actually going to work? How do you get started with just running ads? Do you just start with a trial campaign? Do you start with the install campaign? Let's break it down for the indie out there too.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way at least we did it, and that's kind of a internal playbook we tried to build to grow this wellness app, was every single week we have to produce a certain number of ads, and we have to increase the success ratio of these ads. So let's say the number was 10. Our goal might be to have 2 of these ads overperforming the previous ads that we had. And so the system is super simple. Every single week, you sit in a room, and for me, I was the only one handling that. So I was sitting with myself, basically. But ideally, you want to brainstorm with other people. You sit in a room every single week. So let's say every Monday, you sit in a room and you think, okay, what are the next 10 ads or 5 ads or 20 ads? And obviously, the bigger the number, the better. But what are the next 10 ads that we are going to produce this week, and what are going to be the concept of these ads. And to do that, to do this brainstorming, you do user research. So you go look at the reviews that you got in the App Store. You go look at uh, people, what they say on Reddit, on forum, etc. You also take the data that you have from the past. Maybe you already ran some ads in the past and you already saw a couple of concepts that was working very well. You can also look at your competitors. It looks like this competitor is doing this concept quite often. There is probably something around that. So we should explore that. So you come up with 10 ideas, then you produce these ideas. And before AI, you had to like basically find someone and brief them and have them do the video. Now you can do it yourself. You don't need anyone else to produce the idea. And you make those 10 videos as quickly as you can. You put them to the ad account with whatever structure you like to work with. It was like quite a simple structure, actually. Broad campaign with, for us, free trial optimization. And then you put all the new creatives in this campaign. If this is the first week you do this, there will be only 10 creatives, only the ones you produce. And the second week you do it, now you will have a new data point. The data point that you will have when you do your new brainstorming, the second Monday, will be, okay, I can look at the results of these ads and I can now know which one I should iterate on. Say, okay, these two, they did better. So I'm going to do, in the 10 new concepts that I do, I'm going to do a couple of variations of these two winning ads and just repeat that every single week. And that's basically continuous improvement. Your results, if you do that continuously, will improve.
I love it.
That's how we did it.
I love it, Romain. If I may just break down that strategy a little bit more. So you started creative testing with the Start Trial campaign.
Yeah, correct.
So how much budget were you? What was the daily budget? Do you remember?
Initially, it was quite small. We started with like probably something like 200 a day, maybe 150.
Okay.
Actually, you don't need a large budget to start getting some trials. It was on TikTok mainly for us, so TikTok was working better, and we realized very quickly that the TikTok algorithm is much better at testing super quickly. On Meta, I feel like you have to spend a little bit more to get some learnings. But on TikTok, it was like instantaneous. You could see the numbers as soon as you put the budget.
Did you start on Meta too, or did you just go immediately to TikTok?
We actually started on Meta initially, and very quickly started like going to TikTok.
Why is that? What were you just seeing better signals there?
Yeah, exactly. I think the interesting thing was the cost per install was 3 times lower on TikTok.
Wow.
But the conversion rate was a little bit less good on TikTok, but it was like just 50% less good. So if you do the math at the end of the day, it's much better on TikTok, because even if you convert less people to an actual subscription, you have such a lower CPI that it makes sense to.
I love that, dude. And were you putting all 10 creatives into a single ad set, an ad group, or were you just running them on 10 different ad groups? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, we only had a testing ad group, one testing ad group, and one winning ad group. And so 2 campaigns. In each campaign, only one ad group.
Keep it simple.
And super simple.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, it's all about the creatives, right?
Yeah, and I love what you said. And I think this is what we're finding too, right? A lot of things that and I'm going to open up internally, the things that we were doing, we were always trying to come up with new concepts. And I was like telling the team, it's like, guys, that's not scientific. Like, look at the numbers, look at the hook rates, and then iterate. And that's what you said, Romain. Like, come up with 10 ideas, look at the data, and then start optimizing on the winning one. And I think too many people just start thinking like, no, I need to come up with a new one. I need to come up with a new one. And that's what clients will say too. And I'm like, no. Get data off the ones that are winning and just start tweaking little things here and there.
It's so much easier to improve something that is already working than creating something new. At the very beginning, obviously, you have no data, so you have to be creative and test a lot of concepts. And even during the first couple of weeks, you should keep testing new concepts, because it's very unlikely that those initial maybe 5, 10, 20 concepts that you started with were the right ones. So you should give yourself the freedom to test a lot of concepts at the very beginning. But as soon as you start getting some promising results, at least, then like at least 60% of your efforts should be iterations of previous winning ads.
Yeah. I love that too. The just for the indie out there, like how long did it take you to get profitable?
Super quickly, actually.
Really?
The challenge was more to like how do you stay profitable when you increase the budget.
Right.
But yeah, I cannot go into the like the exact details because of the NDA after the acquisition, obviously. But yeah, it was super quick to be profitable actually
That's
for
awesome.
us.
Well, the congrats, man. Because I'm always talking to Andy sometimes. And I'm like, things just happen a lot slower than you really want them to happen. So I love that you guys got there. Can we talk about that app? Because I know it's on your LinkedIn, and I like the niche that you picked in. So it's intermittent fasting for women.
Yeah,
Why?
it's an intermittent
Why
fasting.
women?
So it was pure analysis of the market. We realized that from data that we were getting online that I won't remember the exact numbers, but a very
Mhm.
large proportion of the users of wellness apps, health and fitness apps, were women, and we wanted to create a health and fitness app. So a huge proportion of these apps were women, and if you think about it, women who use health and fitness apps will have very specific problematic that you can tackle with a better product. One of them being one of the very important aspect of a wellness app is motivation, and motivation comes from your peers. And one very good way to give motivation to your peers is to take pictures of yourself before and after, for example, and share that with the community. And women didn't necessarily want to share these pictures in a community where there were a lot of men and women. So having a gated community only for women made it easier for them to be more open about the journey and to thus like have the other people in the community be more committed and using the product more. So that's one thing, and some very specific features. Also, you cannot do intermittent fasting the same way when you are having your period. So those are very specific features that we wanted to build out specifically to solve the very specific problems that this audience had. So yeah, for all of these reasons together, we decided to focus on women, and I think it was a good bet because the app grew quite quickly.
Yeah, obviously, man. 2 million in 9 months. That's freaking amazing. I want to say hi to Nurex. Good to see you, bro. Joelle? All right, sorry, I screwed that up. Kevin, good to see you day in and then out. The MK Art and Visuals, he's got Marvin. That's Marvin. And then we're going to take a look at his app later. What's up, Joe? Pablo, just talked to you yesterday. Good to see you here as well. All right, Romain, I want to talk about the transition to Arcads, a little bit. But one thing I did want to ask you is what do marketers tend to get wrong? Because AI makes it so easy to create these video ads now. What do you see as a common mistakes that marketers make?
The most common mistake is not testing enough. I think that's honestly the biggest one. So people will say, I will try paid ads for my app, and they will like make maybe 5, 10 ads, even 20 ads. They will run it for a couple of days, weeks, and then they won't see any results. Obviously, they won't, because if that was that easy, like everyone will be doing it, and you wouldn't just have the same results. So it's a very hard game to get results with paid marketing, but it's very profitable when you master the game, which is why your show is so good. Um, and to master the game, some people will say, no, I don't do a lot of quantity, I do quality. But I believe the best way to achieve quality, especially in performance marketing, where you don't really know and you cannot assess in advance what's going to work and what's not working, is to actually be testing a lot of things. You learn by training your brain and creating a sense of like almost in your vein. You can feel if an ad is going to be working or not after a couple of weeks and months of iterations. And yeah, being always iterating and creating new stuff is, I think, the best way to grow any consumer app with content and with paid marketing.
Well, let's break that down then. How do you build? I know one of the topics that we want to cover with you today was how to build hundreds of ad variations with with just one script. And one of the scripts I like, Romain, you tell me if I'm all completely off base on this, right? Is just saying, and I saw this on social media as well, leading with, hey, target market, and then like talk about their problem, but the hey target market is a it's a hook that's really working well for us, and especially if you can match an AI actor to the demographic of your target audience. And I wanted to show it off. And I know before we hit record, I was like, hey, one of our best performing videos is an AI generated actor, and it's killing it for us. And so, but the script was like, hey, target market, we know you have this problem. Here's our solution, essentially.
Yeah, no, I love it. I basically see every ad as a combination of multiple variables. And one of the variable is the concept overall, what's the ad, but a very specific variable is what is being said in the first sentence, and how do you make sure that the person who is in your target audience understands automatically that they are in the target audience and that the ad is for them. So yeah, that's amazing. I think like the city, like just something that was just not possible before AI was to say, hey, you live in this city, and then the ad
Yeah.
and comes. If you want to do that for every single city in the world, it's just not humanly possible.
Right.
But now with AI, you can literally press a button and hit Arcads API or another AI API and generate hundreds, thousands of variations of ads very quickly. So yeah, that's one of my favorite way. The second favorite way I have to make iterations is just to take the exact same script, and this one is very low effort and can have crazy returns. Take the exact same script, but try it with 200 different people, or even like 20 different people. And every single time you do that, you will see an increase in the result of the ad, because it's very unlikely that the first time you created the ad, you by chance found perfect actor for this target audience for this ad. It's just impossible. And by just taking the same script and replicating with multiple AI actors, now you can like increase the chances 10x of the ad doing well, because you will just find the perfect person to see his ad.
Romain, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, because I feel like with AI and all these video generated ones, and I told my video editor teams, we have 3 video editors on our team. I was like, look, I feel like coming up with the production, the video production is going to be easy now. It's the video editing that's going to be really hard moving forward, right? And so a part of me feels like really like, and I told my video editors this, you guys are going to be more valuable as AI continues to grow, because the, people know how to create produce videos, but the editing, the magic in the editing is going to be the magic, and it's the hard part. What are your thoughts on this?
I think in 2025, definitely like creating assets, like you need someone to be talking in your video. You can
Yeah,
create that with AI, like in like 5 minutes. And by the way, let me know if you want me to just do a very quick demo of how this
let's do
works
it.
and how you can do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Sharing my screen. Okay, here you go. Okay, perfect. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Okay, perfect. Now we are in Arcads, and you'll see it's super straightforward. So basically, all you have to do is type a script right here. So I had this script prepared, and then we have a library of AI actors. So you will be able to click Add AI Actor, and in this library, you'll see that we have thousands of AI actors in different situations, and you will be even able to filter to find the perfect AI actor for your needs. So you will be able to say, hey, I want I don't know, female, and maybe I want them to be at the gym. And you will be able to use those 2 filters to only see the female at the gym in our library. Or you can also go crazy and do a very specific style. I don't know, you want to do someone who is in nature, why
Sure.
they
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. Uh-huh.
You will have a lot of actors in nature. And I can, by the
Hey,
way,
you. Welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the natural.
and
That's
yeah, you will
amazing.
have tons of AI actors in this very specific setup who will be ready to speak. You can preview all of the actors before
Hey,
generating the
you.
video.
Welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the.
And
Wow.
now you can like just like go crazy and try different situations. And again, I wrote a script, but maybe I put a lot of effort into this script. Maybe I spent like 2 hours thinking about the right way to use the script. Why only use this script with 1 or 3 actors? Like it's literally zero effort to just click on all these actors right here and select 5-10 actors to generate the same script, but with 5 different people. And maybe there will be something in the way they pronounce the script that will catch the attention of people better, that will make the script more engaging, and that will end up in like 10x the results. And when you start spending multiple thousands of dollars, like this minimal effort of just making the same ad with different people will have a crazy impact.
Yeah, I
when
love it.
you have you can also even control other stuff. Like if you want, I don't know, if you want to have a pet in the video, you can just select this filter and you will see pets, so based on your ID. And by the way, you mentioned that one very good way to hook people's attention was in the hook to say, hey, people in the target audience, this is for you. A very good way also to hook people is like to show something visually in the hook. So in the beginning of the video, not with the script, but with what we see. And if you want to target pet lovers, having a pet at the beginning of the video, like Victoria right here.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the
will for sure increase your chances of like targeting them and having them engage. You can also do some sort of cool like setups, like for example the streamer setup with people who are like wearing headphones with a cool setup. And by the way, I'm going to show you this in a minute, but if you don't find the perfect actor, you can just create your own. You just can go here, click create actor, and our editor will let you just create the perfect actor for you from just a prompt. And
can we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay.
Do you have an idea? I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I can help.
Good looking 40-year-old Asian male. How about that?
Good looking. Let's do it. 40-year-old Asian male. Perfect. And then you can select 9:16 or 1 by 1 or 16. Right. In most cases, you will want to do 9:16 for TikTok ads, etc. And what this will do is it will generate 3 images, because it's much faster, obviously, today to generate images and videos. So you don't want to be starting like waiting 2 minutes inside when you are in the process of creating your AI actor. So this process will make it super fast for you to see a first version of this 40-year-old Asian male, and then iterate on it. So yeah, here you go.
All right.
What do you say? How good looking is he?
He's good. He's good. I don't know. I'll ask my wife. I was hoping my image would just pop up, bro. That's what I was hoping for. We scoured the web. Here's Steve Young.
And then let's say you for some reason you don't like the color of this of his shirt. So now you can select them and say he wears a red shirt.
No, he wears a black shirt, Romain, with a gold chain. Throw that up there. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And a melon hat.
Yeah. You can actually go into that level of detail. You can say that he has a gold chain, he has a melon hat, and whatever you want to say, you can say. And it's actually very, very funny how precise it can be, because now you can have them. Yeah, perfect. And we have the red shirt now, but let's say he wears a hat. And let's see what we get. And you can like do as many iterations, obviously, on what they are wearing, but also just at the background. Now, instead of being in the house, maybe you want them to be outside walking, or you want them to be in a different setup. You can actually also do that. And okay, so he wears a hat. I don't know if this is the kind of hats you had in mind, but here you go.
That's funny. Oh, that's
funny. And now,
funny.
let's say we like this guy, but we feel like this guy is a bit too old for my audience. Or maybe you have even an idea of a concept where you show him 10 years ago and now you show him now. He is 20, maybe 25 years old. Let's see if the AI can handle that and give us someone who is like keeps the consistency. It's actually the first time I try this. I'm very curious to see what we get. But yeah, you can basically iterate as many times as you like. And even if you don't like the output, by the way, you can just come back to the previous version and iterate on the previous version, or even like scroll here and say, okay, actually, I prefer this version. So yeah, I'm not sure this is actually the same guy. So, uh, but
I
basically,
like
yeah,
it.
you can just
It
go
looks
back
better in the
here
hat.
and change and say, okay, he is outside having coffee,
That's so cool.
and you can just make as many iterations as you want with this prompt until you basically have the perfect avatar for your ID and that's what I really like about this
Are we
feature
running
is
out of credits, Romain? Or like, how does this work in terms of just Arcads, being able to do an Arcads? Or does every prompt cost us credits? Or is this like, hey, yeah, keep doing till you find your perfect one? Because I know you guys have your own costs that you have to deal with too.
yeah, great question. So actually making images is unlimited. You can do as many as you like. He is looking at, but making the video is what costs a credit and talking. So what we are doing right now is actually not creating a video with a script. We are actually creating the video that will be the basis of the training of this actor. We will use this video to basically create an actor. It's going to be clear in a second, but now you're going to pick a voice because we had an image, but what we want is a video. You're going to pick a voice, listen to a couple of.
Welcome to Arcads.
And just listen to all the voices what we have. We can even control the accents if we want. Let's say we take the first one, and now what's happening, and this is going to take 2 to 3 minutes. We are going to be able to come back to that in a second. But a video is being generated of this guy just looking at the camera and moving the lips. It's not yet the actual video, but it's like a video that's going to be used for us to train a custom avatar from this person.
Hey, Romain,
I'm going to go back. Yeah.
I got a question from somebody. The Guy says, can you upload your own pic to create an AI actor?
Great question. So yeah, we actually have this option right here. So what I did here was using a prompt to image feature to create the actor. But instead of doing that, you can also just upload your own image. And let's say you have an image of a UGC creators who agreed to become your AI influencer, or even yourself. You can just upload the image here and basically skip the steps that we were doing before to generate the image. And even, the models to generate images are consistently evolving. So maybe you found a different model to generate images with AI that is better than Arcads to generate images. You can just upload the image here and use the reference image that you generated somewhere else to create your own avatar. ChatGPT, for example, is very good at creating images of people holding a product. So you can say ChatGPT, hey, generate an image of someone who is holding my app, and you would just upload a screenshot of your app to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will be pretty good at making someone showing your app to the camera, and you can use that as a basis to create your own avatar as well. So that's
I've done that, and it's really, really cool. It's freaking scary, Romain. I've seen it work in action, and it is freaking scary because we did create an actor just through, and I would just use Arcads too, but we created an avatar, like a profile photo for somebody, and then use that, and then created a script out of it, and I was like scared out of my mind. So Shamir says, what is the name of the app? It's Arcads, Arcads.ai. That's what we're using right now, Shamir. All right, we got some questions. You ready for them? Here we go.
Yeah. 100%.
Chris says, how do you edit the output video variations at scale?
Great question. So a lot of our clients, what they have done is, as you said, Steve, like editing is like a very important skill to master. But a lot of our clients, what they did is they created templates in the video editing softwares where they did the very good edit once. So when you have a good concept, you should be spending a lot of time editing, like maybe removing the background, showing the app behind you, and doing a couple of other cool edits like that. You should be doing that very carefully. And AI is not yet ready to do that. I think it's going to change in the future, like in 3 to 5 years, that might become something that AI can become very good at as well. But right now, the best way to edit a very good video is probably to just open CapCut or Adobe Premiere and edit your video. But the thing that you should do now that you have, again, the same way you spent like 20 minutes, 1 hour thinking about a script, and you should generate at least 20 versions of the actor reading the script. if you spend like 20 minutes, 1 hour doing a very good edit, you should try this edit with different people. And now, for those who have done video editing in the past, you know that it's very easy when you have done the template to just change one element of the template, and basically in the timeline, take the video of the talking actor and change that by another actor. And that's where you can like really, really have like crazy impact on your results. And yeah, that's basically my recommendation.
There. I know some fans, some people reach out and they're like, I love the little sound effects. I love that. And that's what we try to do too. And that is getting more scientific. Like AI is making it a lot easier to create all these videos and getting scientific. Chris has a great compliment for you, Romain. Specifically for Arcads, I found some voices are better than others. Do you have any tips on getting less AI sounding voices?
Great question. So I see we have like some power users here. That's nice. Let me share my screen again and show you how to optimize the result for the voice. So the first way you can do that is when you add an actor, you will see that you will have a preview here of the audio. And you can actually, before generating a video, you should always listen to the preview of the audio and look at and listen to how they sound. And first thing, some actors have just better voices than others, because the way we train our AI is like we have actual audios being sent from the actors to create the voices. Some people are just like better at talking; they have better environments and better microphones. So you should just like preview the way they talk.
Welcome to Arcads.
And just listen to them by previewing before actually even putting your script. When you have put your script, you will have a preview here, and you can just launch the preview. And you'll see
I am an AI twin fully generated in Arcads.ai. Let me show you how you can create your own AI twin in seconds from an image. Just open Arcads and click New AI Actor.
So you see it here. I didn't like put an actual dot. I wrote DOT for Arcads.ai. And these little details, you kind of learn them as you iterate, but making sure that you preview the audio and making some tweaks directly in the script has a ton of impact. So adding exclamation points, making sure that sometimes you use the phonetic pronunciation instead of like the actual correct pronunciation and the correct writing makes a lot of sense sometimes. So yeah, just spending a lot of time on the actual script here is one very good way. The second way is changing the voiceover. Sometimes you will like an actor, but you won't like the voice they have. You can just go here and use a different voice. So this can be true if you don't like the voice, but this can also be true if you want to do a very specific accent. So now here it recognized that the script was in English. So I only have English voices here, but I can do very different accents in English. So let's say I want to do
South African. Let's do that.
South African accent. Perfect. So we have two South African voices.
We try to be as PC as possible.
That's something I've been struggling with for the longest time. I honestly don't know who I am. I don't know what I like, and I don't know what makes me happy and cheer.
So I think this voice is like very natural. It doesn't feel AI at all to me, and it has a South African accent. And that's again, if you want to go into like the really hardcore mode of AI, that's definitely what I would recommend doing. Like, which is having a lot of granularity in your testing. So let's say you are testing ads in South Africa, do the extra mile and like use a South African voice, and then you will be able to make ads that perform better because you are more localized. And again, without AI, this would have been a nightmare. You would have to find someone in South Africa, maybe an agency, and you will have to repeat this strategy in every single country that you target. So yeah, that's something that would spend.
Disrupting the whole influencer market, man. I love it. I guess has a question. I'm not guessing. I guess it's the username. Does it work with other languages other than English?
It works in any language, and this feature becomes very useful, by the way. Let's say you wrote a speech in Spanish, a text in Spanish. Then what is the kind of Spanish that you want? Do you want Spanish from Latin America, Mexico, or Peninsula, like come from Spain, basically? And you'll be able to control that accent by using this feature right here. So that's the easy way, I would say. And like the most common way to optimize. You can also play with those parameters. I won't go into the details now because it's boring, but you can also play with the parameters. But the very efficient way to also put a ton of emotion in the script is speech to speech. So basically, instead of typing a script with text to speech, you can just record your own voice, and the AI will speak with the voice of the actors that you selected. So even if I talk with my male voice and I selected a female actor, it's going to be a female voice, but it's going to follow the tonality, the expressions, the accent I have. So it's going to be a French accent. And it will talk the same way as I do, basically,
Wow.
in the audio that I upload. And this is like really scary good. This one, you told me the other one was scary, where you show the phone. This one is even scarier because now you can create videos that are like super, super engaging. I think I have an example of that here.
I've been telling my team, I was like, H, just clone me and just create videos. Let's go. All right.
Exactly. Yeah, you can clone your image, but also your voice. And here, like, we wanted to do a script where the voice is like super fast and they talk very quickly. And we just did it with speech to speech. So basically, instead of like typing the script, we uploaded an audio.
Deciding on a platform to invest with can be quite daunting. So I thought I'd give you the reasons why I like eToro. Firstly, eToro offers copy trading, where you can mimic the most experienced, talented, and professional investors.
So I don't think this voice filled AI at all again.
No.
And imagine now, especially like, obviously it's boring to watch a video of just someone talking, but we never kind of watch this kind of content. Now imagine if there is like some pop-ups coming into the video, the background is removed, we see the app in the background, and we like see like a lot of like different shots. Then the video becomes super, super engaging. And again, this script, you can test it with like different actors, like tons of actors. So yeah, I would say those are my best practices for optimizing the audio.
I love it. And thank you for all the compliments. No, clone your charm. Okay, that's going to be hard to clone, but all right, we'll try. And then thank you, Pablo. Pablo had a compliment with the AI guy. You look great, Steve, in comparison to those guys. I look great comparison to anybody. Okay, Pablo, let's get that straight. All right. All right. Joey says, can these be used for social media posts? Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah, most people use it for paid ads, but some of our clients also do social media posts with them, like obviously.
And I will answer this question, Romain, if you don't mind. Do AI actors look real enough to convince people and help with sales? Absolutely. We have the data that shows that a lot of our AI actors are actually outperforming any of the UGCs too. And so it makes this go at scale, and especially with Arcads. Romain, like you did it on your screen. You were able to like select this actor, like multiple actors all at once, run the whole script, and then just take it out and, put it in your template. And there you go. You have 10 new creatives probably in less than an hour, all done with 10 different actors.
Yeah, that was one of the big hypotheses we had to validate when we created Arcads. Actually, before creating Arcads, we were generating AI videos in the backend. We didn't even have a platform that people could use. And we were basically doing a very similar job that you are, like basically talking to people and telling them, we will help you create ads. We just mentioned it was AI. That was the only difference. So they will be faster to produce. That will be cheaper to produce. And let's see if we can get results. So before even building the whole platform, we wanted to validate that. And we got super lucky because the first week we did that, we got a winning ad for a brand that was spending over 500K per month on paid ads. Wow. And it was AI generated. And the reason for that is not because we were smarter marketers, it's just because we made so much more ads so quickly. And it would have taken them 2 or 3 weeks to produce. We produced them in like a couple of hours. And then we just launched that into the ad account. And the ad ended up spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we had the validation that we needed with the very first client that we had. And now we have so many other examples, obviously, of that. But we had the validation that we needed, that AI ads can actually sell. And that I think all the content that we are going to consume in like 5 to 10 years is going to be AI, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree with that. Hey, what I wanted to ask you was, do you like to just put all those? Yeah, and I think you answered it. You like to just put all those 10 ads into one ad set and let the algorithms kind of decide which one to pick, right? Is that how you like to do it?
Yeah. What I like to do now, so at the time, yes, I already did that with like the mobile app. But now what I like to do and where I see a lot of results is one ad set for one concept instead of like all the ads in the same ad set. Because I don't know the exact reason, because you never know with the algorithm, but my understanding is you kind of guide the algorithm that, hey, this is the same ad and this is the same group of people we are trying to target. Let's just identify the best version of this one in this ad set and give it as many chances as we can to just find the best one.
Yeah, I love it. Let me ask you, Fossey says, are there any UGC ads creators that has multilingual? I mean, I think we just answered that, right? Yeah, Arcads.
Yeah,
That's
all of them
multilingual.
basically. Yeah, all the AI UGC have multi-languages.
Chris says, how do you structure a meta paid ads campaign with 20 video variations to find a winner? I have an answer, but I would love to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, so what, again, like one campaign with all the testing, multiple ad sets, in each ad set, all the variations of the same concept. So if you have 5 IDs and you do 10 variations for each, that's 5 ad sets, and in each ad set 10 variations of the same ad, so 50 ads in total. You let that run for a while, and then you take the winning ones, you duplicate them to the winning campaign, where there is just one campaign, one ad group, and all the winning ads that are still driving results. As soon as an ad stops driving results in this campaign, you pause it so that you only have winners in the ad set. And then when you bring these new ads to the winners campaign, it competes with other winners, basically.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, and Chris, this is what I did too. And I think everybody has their own way of doing it. So I don't know if there's a right way, Romain, but interrupt me and disagree with me at any time. But the way we're doing it right now, we had 20 videos and I've just been iterating. So I've just, because the budget's a little small, I have $50 a day roughly into one campaign, 2 ad sets. One ad set is for a different market, right? Talking about our AI capabilities of the app. And one is just more like holistic, staying away from that. But we're already starting to find that AI is starting to win anyways. And so we're leaning into that AI messaging and then just testing. And so giving it a couple of days, about $100, $150 to spend, seeing the signals, what are the hook rates, what are the click-through rates, what's the cost per trial, cost per install, and then knowing it took us a few months, but we knew what the metric should be looking like from a cost per install perspective that would work on a cost per trial perspective. And so we take that winner and then we moved it into the winning campaign too. So that's how we're testing it. So it takes us about a week to get to all 20 because of the campaign structure. Because if you have 20 ad groups, you're going to need a lot of budget, right? So if you have a limited budget, I'm just doing 2 at a time right now, Chris. That's how I'm doing it. I don't know if it's right, but I'm testing it.
And so you say you are starting with CPI just to like get more data at the beginning.
Bro, like, I don't know, because it's $100 a day. Like, if we should, I have been trying to move to just start trial and testing it with that, but we are just trying with install just to get, because what we found is if it works on an install campaign, it generally will work on a trial campaign too.
Nice.
But the signals are faster with install. I don't know,
100%.
but feel free to disagree. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
100%. Yeah, no, I mean, there is no good answer. Like,
yeah,
to me, like paid ads feels like a little bit like fishing. People make hypotheses like there are more fishes here, but you never know. You don't see the fishes. You don't know. Like, some people will tell you like, oh, if there is a lot of like wind, you will have a lot more chances to get fishes, and like you just don't know, and you make hypotheses based on the past. So it's like, I think the answer is like you need to be testing your system as well. You need to always be testing new creatives, but you need to apply the same methodology to how do I validate those creatives.
I love that fishing analogy. I'm gonna steal that, Romain. That's freaking brilliant. I love it.
Please.
Chris says, okay, thanks for the golden tips. One more. In a winning campaign, how many active ads max? Does this scale well to $1,000, $2,000 per day?
Winning campaign. Yeah. Oh, like 2K is a minimum. Yeah, definitely.
But how many ads should you have in that winning ads? You have winning ad campaign, one ad group. How many ads in that ad group?
Yeah, it depends on how well the winning ad is winning. When it's winning for real, like it will anyway take like 99% of the budget when you get a real winner. So I would say when you are like not yet to the stage where it's like super profitable and you can scale the budget, you want to have a lot of ads in this winning campaign, just so Meta can always find the perfect the perfect ad for the right. Yeah, so go ahead.
No, no. It was more like something I have to do. Like, yes, that's brilliant. We gotta add more into that winning ad creative, especially when
I've
starting
noticed that
screens.
sometimes, some creatives are winning, but only at a certain scale.
Yeah.
So if you have, let's say 1K in total in this winning campaign, but the plateau of a winning creative is $200, you need to have 5 of those small winners, which are good because now you get in total this 1K budget over 5 ads. But if you have a true winner, you will see very quickly that Meta will just pour the budget to this winner.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Romain, I know we got about 13 minutes left. I think we can get through most of it with the app audit side of things and maybe cut out a few things. Let's see. I'll let you, yeah, I'll kind of see how it goes. I like surprises. So let's get into our app audit section of our show. And then H, you're going to have to help me. Which button? Why don't you press the video that needs to play right now, H? Okay. All right, let's get into it right now. Come on, H, you got to time it better. Can you hit the media assets? H, can you hit the media assets? What do you want to hit? Break stinger. Where's the break stinger? All right, we'll get better at this, Romain. Well, thanks to our partners at AppsFlyer for helping us do this promo. So, Romain, do you have a joke by any chance?
A joke? Wow. Let me think about it. I'll find a joke. I'll find a joke.
Good. Don't worry. The audience will have a joke if you don't have one. Okay, because we're going to play. And thanks to AppsFlyer for sponsoring our channel and then helping us give away a Indie App Santa promo. So if you guys are interested in that, all you got to do is vote. R for Romain, S for Steve on whose joke is better. All right, Romain. Well, I'll start. Let me start with this, okay? I'll start with a nerdy joke.
Yeah.
Romain, getting that ready. What do you call a mouse that swears? What do you call a mouse that swears?
Mouse that swears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
A cursor. There you go.
I asked ChatGPT for one. So
Okay,
let's
good.
see if ChatGPT is better than you. Honestly, I don't want to undersell it, but it's not great. So ChatGPT asked us, why did the marketer get kicked off the trampoline?
Why?
Because they had too many bounce rates.
Oh, shoot, that was loud. Sorry, guys. I went loud for that one. All right, so put R if you thought Romain's joke was better, and then put S if you thought my joke was better, and then we're going to pick a random winner to give out a free Indie App Santa promo as well. So easy, all you got to do is vote. All right, Romain, let's get into Tomic's app. He's got a family shopping list app that I will pull up as well. Let me pull this out to the stage. Here's the app, grocery lists for families. The website looks amazing. Let me go back to the website, FrootyApp.com right here. And then when I go to the App Store, Atomic says, focus on first impression, paywall design, pricing structure, and App Store optimization. The app is about a year old and is not ranked for any keywords on Google Play. I'm at a loss and I'm running out of ideas what to do. All right, let's give him some advice. All right. Anything on the App Store presence, Romain, that you see?
The App Store. So you are the true expert for this, but I would say the text seems a bit small on the screenshots. And for App Store optimization, you typically want the keywords to be visible right into the page. The copywriting, I might change some things. Again, for me, the main purpose of those screens here are App Store optimization and conversion rate optimization, and you probably have tons of other ideas, but super simple UI is not something that will increase your chances of converting people who are looking for grocery shopping list. I would say put your main keywords in this screenshot as well, the first one, the yellow one. Try to use your keywords here as well so that you have as many presents as you can. But I think yes, those are the main ones for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. And we're starting to hear rumblings from WWDC that Apple's starting to read the screenshot copy, right? The text in the screenshot. Google has said they do it for a long time ago, but I agree with you. Like, lead with the benefit, lead with the main keyword. If it is grocery shopping list or shopping list, grocery list, lead with that and lead with why you built it too. This is Pablo. I don't mind if you mind me talking about your app, but Pablo has a great app that we looked at for Indie App Santa, and I think it's well done. And that was sort of the feedback I gave him. Like, he's bearing the lead. He's got a great app where it allows you to like clean up some of the mess that you have in your house, take a picture, and then the AI will tell you, pretty much here's your chores and here's your cleaning schedule. So I really like that. And I told him the same thing, like, lead with that. What makes you different? Because there's so many different apps like this. What makes you different from here? Romain, what I want to ask you is, like, for your intermittent fasting app, why did you just start with TikTok and Facebook, not like ASO as an example for you? So maybe
I
we
think
can get
it
some insights
felt
from Tomas.
more scalable.
Yeah.
We had a lot of ambition, and I think you can like achieve bigger number. It's probably harder to be profitable, but if it works, you can like achieve really, really crazy numbers with paid ads.
Yeah, completely agree. So this is something that you might want to think about, right? Like, and I think this is where the market is headed. And for us, I'm saying the same thing with Arcads and different tools out there. You can create ads really profitably and easily. And so now it's just really figuring out going fishing, like Romain said, right? Like, figuring out the paid ads angle. Because look, what I say with ASO is it's getting harder and harder. So, Tomek, what I do say is, like, watch our video about the greatest growth hack in the world. It will give you our exact breakdown on how to like growth hack any app and get to some more ratings than the 4 you have, especially for a year-old app, and allow you to get your ASO kicked in. It's been great to generate like at least the first $1,000 in revenue. You create a lifetime offer, make it for free, run it on App Advice or Indie App Santa, get thousands of downloads, kickstart your ASO, kickstart your marketing, and hopefully you got some money out of it and you can run some ads or focus some more on ASO. But that's what I would do. I mean, it's a very competitive market, man. So think about it.
Yeah.
All right, let me get into the app itself and then we'll give them some tips. And then H has already got some winners for the joke round. All right, Frooty list. Okay. Yeah, see, like, nobody wants to create. You're just telling me what to do. It's like, I don't want an instruction manual. Like, how many times do we read an instruction manual, Romain? Especially we're dudes, right? Like, we don't read that shit, isn't it? We don't want to. So, like, what I would do is just talk about like the benefits versus the features right now. And you're just talking about what I need to do. I want to know what I can get out of your app, right? So,
Yeah, honestly, and too much text. Like, really.
what do you think will this happen, Romain, when I hit done? Because I'm not going to hit upgrade to pro. Let's see what happens when I hit done.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, Elise.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody wants to subscribe to Tomek. Like, start with continue and then do that instead of subscribe, or get started, right? Or like something benefit oriented versus that. I prefer to have text rather than scrolling text on the upgrade stuff. Where's my upgrade? Where's the upgrade button? Oh. Yeah. Especially if you're automatically scrolling, my eye is going to go automatically to your scrolling thing. So just make these as bullet points, especially if you're targeting female audience. Like, they want to see longer paywalls. They want to know. Every time I'm working with a female founder, they want to know everything, all the details, Romain. So like, I would do that for you, Tomek, is just add all the details in here as well. I mean, Romain, you said it best, right? Focus on the product, focus on the distribution. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
It's that easy.
maybe some quizzes at the beginning to make it more interactive instead of like putting a manual. For this industry of grocery, maybe like what do you like to eat, or like, I don't know, trying to make this like feel like there is something better in the other on the other side. Honestly, it can have a lot of impact.
I love it. And, for us, like, we always have the same like 2 or 3 things on the grocery list. We need fruit, we need veggies, we need eggs, and milk. Like, come on, those are things. Those are 4 things that are always going to be on the grocery list. So you can start with that. Like, what are some main things that you always buy? We're going to make these repeatable on any grocery list, right? You're going to start off. Every grocery list is going to start off with these 4 things.
Yeah.
All right, Atomic. So there you go. Keep us posted. H, what do you got for us? Come on to the stage.
Hey, hi guys. So
Okay, sorry. Go for it. All right, who won the joke round?
yeah, first score, see, you won the joke round. See, it's 6 on
sorry,
the.
Romain. I guess you owe me. You owe me a croissant, my friend. All right. Paris has the best
Yes, sir.
croissant in the world. Like, it is amazing. All right. Spin the wheel. Who gets a free Indie Apps and a promo?
Let me. Here you go. And
All right. We got a new one.
yeah, it's
This guy? Or is it somebody different? No, it's somebody different. It was Guy. I don't see Guy on here. Okay. Is it I guess? I don't see Guy. But okay. You'll figure that out, H. But congratulations, Guy. Oh, look at that guy. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Cool. All right. He deserves it. Yeah, he deserves that one too. All right. Awesome. All right, Romain, you got time for one more?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go one more app
Do it.
audit, and then we'll say bye. We'll let you go. He's got a busy day. Whoops, let me remove this. So, Guy, just reach out to us. Email me at cvet@masters.com, and I'll get you in touch with my team to get you rocking and rolling. So, Marvin's here. He wants us to help him increase his MRR. Anything on the product page, Romain, that you want to kind of highlight?
I like the logo. It's nice. The name might be a little bit complicated, but it's not an easy one. I don't know if it's an ASO focus. I like to start with the name, like to make the name match the keyword. But if it's paid ads, it's cool to have a good name, like a unique name like that. But I think it's a good paywall. I like the large text, lots of visuals, maybe too many information sometime, too much information sometime on the screen. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it all. I agree with you. And so what I've started doing now, Romain, is with ASO, like I completely agree with what you said. Like, paid ads help you scale. I'm even losing the fact that like I want a brand, right? Because what I've seen with the biggest apps, they generally have a brand, and that brand has ASO traffic. And that is because of the paid media spend. And so, even some of the smaller clients we work with who are running paid media, paid ads, their brand is even like 20, search score. So I agree with that. I don't like the name, Marvin. It's kind of hard. Vythm, like I get what you're going at, visual rhythm, but like it's very hard to say. And I almost like visual rhythm or something like that a little bit better, because I almost get exactly what you do off of that. I don't know if anybody searching for this type of app. So I think TikTok might be interesting for you. I think the keyword that does come to mind is like fluid stimulation, but I don't know if that is related to what you do in the app anyways. So I think this is going to be more of a paid marketing channel, unless I do some ASO research and I find some keywords that you can actually bid on or target. But I don't know if anybody's searching for music visualizer, in my opinion. But let's get into the app itself, Romain, while you're still here, because I know you got a lot of experience on the product side too. Let's get into this. Reset.
So you say make the onboarding faster.
Yeah.
Big
Experience your music in a new light. I like that. You know what would be really cool though is if I actually saw it in action. If I actually saw it in action, Romain, like there's a great onboarding experience. I'm reluctant to give you guys the app. I'll tell you offline, but because I know the founders, I don't know if they want me talking about it. But what they do really well, Romain, is they have these little animations, right?
Yeah, I love it.
And it's a really great onboarding. And show me in action, Marvin. Show me the music. Play copyright free music that's already going on. I don't know if you're doing it right now either, but play it, show me in action. And that's what that app does, Romain. It's like a sleep sound type of app, but as I'm going through the onboarding, it's starting to play music and it's starting to show me that, hey, these type of binaural beats have an impact on your brain. And I'm seeing the visuals and I'm hearing the music, and the music is automatically playing. So I really love that onboarding experience. And again, I haven't shared it publicly because I know the founders and I don't know if they want me to do that, but really awesome app. And I think the paywall needs a lot of work here. Marvin, here too. Anything else you want to add, Romain?
Yeah, no, love your idea.
Okay.
Maybe adding some haptic effect,
Mm-hmm.
during the onboarding with this experience, because this is so visual and like I think it would be a great fit for that. And yeah, maybe the buttons make them a little bit nicer. Look at the font of the buttons of the top apps on the market and try to copy paste that. Will probably help.
Yeah, and he looks like he has a 3-day trial on the weekly. I would play around with that, but the paywall just needs a little bit more work, Marvin. If you want to increase your MRR, I think the paywall and then the onboarding, that's all I would be focused on, especially if you've got downloads. All right, Romain. Well, I know you're short on time, so I'm going to make sure I respect your time. The platform, once again, Romain showed it off. Really, really cool. I've been a longtime fan of Arcad, so super excited to bring on Romain. And I had no idea that we already were fans of each other before we brought each other onto the podcast. It is called Arcads.ai, Arcads.ai. Thank you so much, Romain, for coming on and doing this. Anything you want to lead with before we say goodbye?
Thank you so much, Steve. It was great. Super happy that we had this conversation. Great conversation. And just like, go try ads. It's a great acquisition channel, and test a lot of things. If you decide to go test ads, really like take the time to make multiple creatives and to test them properly.
Yeah, and you can do that within Arcads, multilingual support, all these AI actors. We broke down exactly how we do it. And Romain, I'm thinking the next time we do a video, we'll do the indie-friendly framework for scaling user acquisition with AI. And I think that's a great topic for later on. So we'll do some more
100%.
content together.
Let's do it.
All right, bro.
Cool.
All right, guys. Next week, we're going to have Tigran from CoinStats. He's got some amazing paywall case studies that we're going to share with you. So if you love making money, you're going to want to subscribe and stay tuned every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific. Romain, thanks again for your time. And it is arcads.com.